Hi, welcome to Sugar Free. This is the Daily Tarot for Friday, 21st of January 2022. I've shuffled, so I'll cut. This is a major arcana reading. Judgment in the reverse. Justice. And the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, well, something isn't decided, and yet everyone can see what the score is. And the not being decided bit, and I would say being buried and kind of being pushed back down, or attempts to push it back down under the ground. That's what I see here in Judgment in the reverse. You know, when the Angel of Judgment, when the resonance is appropriate, and the resonance being the sound from this trumpet, the dead are awakened, and what was buried re-emerges for re-examination. Card number 20, second to last card of the Major Arcana, where everything that has been done and kind of done and dusted and put to one side and this all has to be brought out again and be reassessed one last time to make sure all the ducks are in a row, that everything that is pertinent and relevant is visible and plays its part in the culmination of something, which is card number 21, the world. Okay, and you can't resist that call. You know, nothing doesn't hear it. It's here in the reverse. Okay, so it's staying underground for the time being. Whatever it is that we're dealing with here is staying underground. Or is it? Because we have the Angel of Justice here in the upright. The Angel of Justice being the matter of accountability, responsibility, owning actions, and narratives and lines of responsibility being clear. And we know it's clear because we see the eye here on the collar over the heart chakra. So this is all informed by compassion, because we all know what's right and wrong, really. And I mean, the Justice card very, very basically deals with what's right and wrong. We all know that, and our notions of what is right and wrong are utterly human. And well, I don't know, some of the bigger brained animals have an idea of what's right and wrong, because sometimes they hide things and they behave in ways that other animals kind of protest about. So there is a sense of injustice, even in some justice and injustice, even in some of the bigger brained animals. But for us, all our rules about what is within the law and what is without the law are based on notions of fairness, right and wrong, and whether people have been hurt and treated unjustly in a fair or unfair or reasonable or unreasonable way. The word reasonable does feature an awful lot in the law, and of course that's open to interpretation, but the whole of it is informed by compassion. All of it, at root, is informed by compassion. However it's interpreted and twisted and exploited, it is rooted in compassion and fairness. So we've got very, very interesting juxtaposition here. Wheel of Fortune, we don't know which way this is going to go yet. And I do have the sense that the squashing down going on here in the matter of what is right and wrong, fair and unfair, just and unjust, deserved and undeserved, owned and denied, here is going to play out in a kind of wider sense, in terms of whether the upshots of it are good or bad for people, whether it's going to bring good or bad fortune, whether it's going to lead to fortunes rising or fortunes falling. And I guess for some they will rise and for others they will fall. Okay, let's move on. Good. Star in the upright. Yesterday we had star in the reverse, star in the upright. So that seam of clarity, that seam and that call, that bell, that ring of clarity and purity that we topped out yesterday's reading with, is getting stronger, okay? And it's becoming more apparent, and we're getting a clearer idea of the direction of travel in this, and more confidence and faith that we are actually going in the right direction. Hanged Man. And yet we are invited, the Hanged Man I see here, we are invited to look at this in a variety of ways, in two ways, straight on or upside down. And I see that dichotomy here in the Hanged Man as a kind of concentrated form of these two cards, the relationship between Judgment in the reverse and Justice in the upright. And that's why, or that's to do with the fact that we don't know how this is going to pan out. We don't know if this is going to be, if it's a good idea or a bad idea. Is it going to bring us good luck or bad luck? Because the elements in play are really very big and very varied and very wide. And we see that in the Judgment card as well. Because, you know, the rich in their graves and the paupers in their graves are all called and must rise when this trumpet sounds. So there's a whole range of upshots for the whole range of people here. And the jury is still out, basically. The jury is still out, but anyone who might end up being invited onto the jury has already made their mind up. I'll put it that way because we have Justice in the upright here. Okay, and the Devil, right. Well, something's hanging on, and it's the same force that is trying to keep the lid on everything. It's the same force. It's really, really interesting. It's like basically we've got a force of good and a force of not good battling it out here. And I mean, the good does always win in the end, but sometimes the battle is long and hard, and losses are incurred on the way to uprooting the bad, basically. And one kind of characteristic of the bad is that they never do the right thing and kind of give it up and own what they've done and apologise. That, you know, if they were the kind of person or people who did that, they would never have done that bad stuff in the first place. So we're still hanging on, but we know which way this is going. All right, because no matter what happens here with this hanging on, this clutching to the kind of baser motives in people, no matter what happens here with the Hangman, it doesn't matter which way you look at this star. The star is what and where it is. And if you follow it standing on your head or you follow it standing upright, you will go in the same direction. Right, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.